Many people choose to work later in life for social and mental reasons. Others need to because of financial considerations. Leah McMillan and Craig Shoemaker of CareerSource EscaRosa are here to help guide individuals of all ages toward a new, rewarding career, or to help them continue at a healthy pace in their current job. Leah, start and tell us a little bit about CareerSource EscaRosa.
Okay, CareerSource EscaRosa focuses on employment, both helping the job seeker as well as local businesses that might need employees. We have a myriad of programs. We have everything from resume and career counseling, workshops. We have a resource room, which is a room filled with computers with internet access. They have copiers, scanners, fax machines, anything you might need during the application process. And we also keep staff in there to make sure that if somebody does have a question with an application that they're filling out, or perhaps they're applying for reemployment, that they can assist them with that. We have job fairs, we have hiring events in-house. We also have veteran services, so we have pretty much something for everybody.
Okay. Now, Craig, tell me, what are some reasons that those in their older years may want to stay in the workforce?
For the most part, the people, why they want to stay in the system, Josh, is simple because it's costly for, if you have to pay your own health insurance, it takes money. So most of them that come into the system, we can find them some sort of job because they want to stay active. They want to keep their skills up. They can learn a new skill. They can also use it as a networking tool in order to find and meet new people. But it has a lot to do with still being a part of society. Instead of staying home and idling away, they can get out, they can contribute, they can share their expertise and everything that they know. So we have a lot of subject matter experts who know what they can do in the society, and we don't realize that they're there. They just have to be able to ask about it.
Right. Now, obviously the workforce and the economy is constantly changing. What advice do you have for senior citizens to keep up with technology, younger generations in the workforce, stuff like that?
I'd say that first off, we have some workshops that focus on that, computer skills, social media and networking, and also getting a LinkedIn account is a great way to make yourself relevant to the workforce. And make sure that you make the connections on there. You can ask people from all different age groups to write letters of recommendation and post them on there. And you know, we have lots of different services and things that we can help you with as far as smoothing that transition at CareerSource.
And let me add something into that. Most employers today, they'll do a search on you as far as social media is concerned. And if they figure out that you have no social media presence whatsoever, then they tend to wonder, do you have any technology skills? Are you able to do that Facebook? Are you able to do the LinkedIn? And so I encourage it through a workshop that I teach on social media and networking, that we talk about that. I also talk about that in a senior job program class that I teach. Strategies for senior job seekers. And we talk about, let's embrace the 21st century. And some are fearful that they won't know how to use it. And I encourage them to come in and we'll sit down and show them how to do it, if need be.
Sure. But now there are individuals who may have been out of the workforce for a while, but they want to re-enter because of those reasons that you listed. What's some advice that you have for them? How do they prove themselves to an employer when they've been out of the workforce for a few years?
Some of the things that we say to do, is to volunteer. Because when you volunteer, you can get out into the community here and you can not only keep your skills, but you can also learn a new skill, but it's also a great networking tool for them. They're able to get out there and see how the world works. And I have a lot of clients who have been out for 5, 10, and even 30 years out of the workforce, but it's just the first step they have to take.
What are some other ways they can remain viable in those in-between years when they're not in the workforce?
Well, we have workshops and certifications that we can offer in anything technological. We also have, as far as resume writings, when they're ready to return, we recommend that they have a resume one-on-one, because you want to account for that time that they weren't in the workforce. Let the potential employer know, what were you doing? Were you volunteering? Were you traveling? Were you assisting a family member that might have a health care issue? Just let them know what you were doing.
Okay. Now, when a senior decides they want to re-enter the workforce, it can be an intimidating prospect. It's an intimidating prospect for people of any age.
Correct. Absolutely.
So how do they start? What does that look like?
They come into our offices.
Okay.
They go to our website, CareerSourceEscaRosa.com, or they come in. We get them registered on Employ Florida's website, and then we encourage them to take a workshop. It could be just a simple workshop of to how to interview again, or for that matter, how to mock interview again. Because most people are afraid to talk. But one of the other things I tell them to do is go out and take a public speaking, like a Toastmasters, and to participate in something like that so they can speak to people. But to come through one of our workshops, even a basic introduction back into the computer, this is what this box does today. And then we go from that point, but it's also a lot of encouragement and rebuilding their self-confidence is really what it is all about. And in that, I do that now through another workshop about, it's called Someday I'll, as in I'll do it someday, but you should do it today. So we talk about confidence and journaling of how to get forward with that.
Okay.
So it's a lot of, I guess you could say hand-holding, but at the same time it's a lot of encouragement, a lot of positive reinforcement is what we do.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now we have just a minute left, and we spent a lot of time talking about the senior side of things. But what advice do you have for employers who may be either looking to hire older individuals or have some older individuals on their interview sheet?
I would say definitely be open-minded. There's so many different positives that an older worker can offer, just the wisdom of experience, and it's definitely potentially a great employee. We also work with employers as far as if they would like us to screen or vet any employees, we can arrange for hiring events, so we can help them in a myriad of ways.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both so much for coming on. It's an important subject.
Thank you.
Thank you.